Welcome to Yatim Khana and Madrasa, Anjuman Khairul Islam's Pune College of Art, Science and Commerce Camp Pune 1. Myself, Dr. Arif Tamboli, working as Associate Professor in the Department of Electronic Science. Today we are going to study a topic which is called as Super Diode and Precision Full Wave Rectifier. Super Diode and Precision Full Wave Rectifier. So, in this case, we are using a super diode. So why super diode and what is the concept of super diode? So all that we are going to study. We are also going to revise in short a normal PN junction diode and then how to convert a normal PN junction diode into a super diode. So let us start for the topic. So all of you know that rectifier is a circuit which converts AC into DC. And there are three types of rectifiers: half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, bridge rectifier. So these three rectifiers are designed by using transformer as a component which converts high AC voltage into low AC voltage, and next component which comes after transformer is PN junction diode. So in bridge rectifier, 4 PN junctions are there. In full wave rectifier, 2 PN junctions diodes are there. In half wave rectifier, only 1 PN junction diode is there. So now, before going to the precision rectifier, let us revise a simple rectifier. So here half wave rectifier. So you can see that an AC input signal is applied to a PN junction diode and load resistor is connected. Therefore, during positive half cycle of an AC input signal, after 0.7 volt, that is the knee, KNEE, need of voltage of the PN junction diode will get forward bias and it starts conducting only during positive half cycle and current starts flowing through the load, and therefore positive half cycle only will appear at the output. During negative half cycle, cathode of the diode cathode of the diode becomes positive and anode of the diode becomes negative. Therefore, it is said that diode will not conduct during negative half cycle and load current will not flow, that is zero. Therefore, here it is a zero. Now, in this case, very important part which is to be noted, through the frame of reference of precision rectifier, we have simply understood that the positive half cycle diode will conduct and load across the load positive half cycle will develop. But now the question comes here, whether the peak voltage of the sine wave, input sine wave, suppose it is 1 volt, whether the peak voltage of the sine wave, suppose it is a 1 volt, does that 1 volt peak voltage sine wave appears at the output? Yes or no? So the answer is no. Because in this circuit diagram, a very small circuit diagram, suppose my peak voltage, VP I am talking, is 1 volt and applied to this simple circuit in which there are only two components, namely diode and resistor, then minimum voltage required to forward bias the PN junction diode, which is called knee voltage, is 0.7 volt, and 0.7 volt is the drop across, yes, PN junction diode. So 0.7 volt is the voltage across PN junction diode, you can say, not a drop. 0.7 volt is the voltage across PN junction diode. So remaining is how much? Remaining is 0.3 volt. Remaining is 0.3 volt. So 0.3 volt only will be the peak voltage at the output of this particular pulse, you can say that. So 0.7 volt is the minimum voltage required to PN junction diode. Therefore, at the output, you will get 0.3 volt only. And this I am going to demonstrate to you with the help of circuit simulation software, which I have done the experiment. Now here the question comes, then 0.7 volt is very large as compared to 0.3 volt, and in this way, to rectify a low AC voltage of 1 volt peak value, 50% or more than 50% of the input AC voltage is dropped at the output. 50% or more than 50% of the AC input voltage is dropped at the output, means it will not appear at the output. And now same thing, suppose if you try to say that you will use the rectifier circuit with capacitor as a filter, but remember at the output only of the diode, here the magnitude is 0.3 volt only, so capacitor will not help you in improving the magnitude of the DC voltage at the output. So DC voltage at the output will depend on peak value of the pulse which is appearing at the output of rectifier circuit. So this is the problem. Now here again, see here in simple I have explained you. Suppose this is a peak to peak 2 volt sine wave, means positive peak is 1 volt and negative peak is minus 1 volt. So out of that 1 volt, I have enlarged this section vertically. 0.5 is half of is here and 0.7 is here. Means more than 50% of 1 volt. 0.7 volt is a more than 50% of 1 volt is not appearing at the output. Is not appearing at the output because here if you apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law, 0.7 volt will be the voltage across PN junction diode and remaining will be 0.3 volt because total applied voltage is Vp 1 volt. And in this way, it is said that the rectification of very low amplitude AC voltage such as a 1 volt or 2 volt or less than 1 volt, say 0.5 volt. Now if you apply here a 0.5 volt and if you want to convert that AC voltage of 0.5 volt Vp. 0.5 volt Vp means peak to peak 1 volt. 0.5 volt Vp, if you want to try to convert that AC voltage into DC, the conversion is not possible because diode starts conducting after 0.7 volt. And that is why we people or we do require precision rectifier. We require a precision rectifier, and in precision rectifier, super diode plays very important role. Super diode plays very important role, and that super diode starts conducting even at 10 millivolt voltage at the anode. Even at 10 millivolt voltage at the anode. Now here you see this diode will not conduct unless and until anode voltage is greater than 0.7 volt. 0.7 volt means how much millivolt? 0.7 volt is equal to 700 millivolt. And when you talk about converting 100 millivolt peak voltage sine wave AC into DC, not possible by using conventional half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier and bridge rectifier. You must have precision rectifier. So let us proceed for that. So this is a very big disadvantage. Diode starts conducting after 0.7 volt only. If your Vp is 1 volt, then at the output you are getting Vp 0.3 volt only, and that is the drawback. And here see, I have taken a circuit simulation software. It is a half wave rectifier by using one diode. It is a load resistor. This sine wave is peak to peak which I applied over here. So here you read it very carefully. You enlarge this, observe you on laptop. It is 1 volt and it is minus 1 volt. Means peak to peak 2 volt. So Vp is how much volt? 1 volt. So where 1 volt is applied as an input to this rectifier circuit, this is a transformer, then what will happen? So here at the output you are getting a rectified only positive half cycle, not negative half cycle because it is half wave. But look at the Vp value which is given by the software is roughly 300 millivolt. 300 millivolt means 0.3 volt. Is roughly 300 millivolt means 0.3 volt, and that is what we said in the upper diagram. 0.7 volt will not go to the output because diode will start conducting after 0.7 volt only. One more diagram is there, same voltage I have taken, but it is little bit sharp, that's why I have just taken that. See here, this Vp is 1 volt. Look at this corner very carefully. It is a 1 volt. Vp is 1 volt and minus Vp is minus 1 volt in this corner you can see. So here rectified output is here. So rectified output's positive half cycle, negative half cycle is not there. What is the peak? So it is again your roughly 340 millivolt or 320 millivolt, somewhat like that, means 0.3 volt. So this is the drawback. Now let us go to the little bit higher value peak voltage. Means suppose I have taken peak to peak as a 4 volt. Peak to peak 4 volt means minus Vp will be minus 2 volts here very clearly, and plus Vp will be plus 2 volts here, and plus Vp will be plus 2 volts. So if it is a plus 2 volt, then after rectification 0.7 volt will be the drop across diode and remaining 1.3 volt Vp will come to the output. So here see 1.3 volt. So it is clearly given. So this circuit simulation software will tell you that after rectification your output Vp is 1.3 volt. 0.3 volt is loss due to minimum voltage required for PN junction diode to conduct. So in this way, rectification of entire positive half cycle of 2 volt is not done. Rectification of entire positive half cycle of 2 volt is not done. Only 1.3 volt is coming to the output, and therefore we need a precision rectifier, because this output is your pulsating DC. This output is pulsating DC, and if you use the filter and if you try to measure the DC voltage, then DC voltage will be further depends on here the peak value. So this graph will tell you that the peak value is this. If our peak value is only less, our peak value only less, then what will be less? RMS value is also less, because VRMS depends on peak value. The equation for VRMS is equal to VP into 0.707. So if the peak value is only less, then RMS value of the voltage is again less, of course AC voltage. Secondly, if the peak value is only less, then average value of the AC voltage, average value of the AC voltage, V average is equal to V peak into 0.637. So these are the standard formulas. So finally conclusion is what? Final conclusion is this VP, if it is less, the resultant DC output will be less. Now suppose you are going to study a full wave rectifier. So in full wave rectifier there are 2 diodes and this is a load resistor. So during positive half cycle over here, this diode will conduct. When positive is going on at A, at B negative half cycle is going on, because this is a center tap transformer. And in this way, at the load, there will be positive half cycle of this cycle of the sine wave at A and positive half cycle sine wave at a B. So in this way, you will get this half cycle as well as that half cycle. But try to understand here, the magnitude of DC voltage is almost 60% to the peak value, almost 60% to the peak value. And if the peak value is reduced, this DC voltage will be further reduced. And that is what happening in case of this rectifier. Okay. Now let us go to the full wave rectifier. Again, the same thing will happen in full wave rectifier. This is live, this is neutral. So live, when it is in positive, the diode D0 will conduct, current will flow like this, then diode D2 will conduct diagonally opposite, and then this current will go to neutral. And when live is in negative half cycle, remember neutral is electrically neutral. Live only goes in positive half cycle and live only goes in negative half cycle. When live is in negative half cycle, the 0 volt at the neutral, when live is in negative half cycle, the 0 volt at the neutral becomes positive as compared to negative magnitude of the voltages at live. And that's why we say live is positive and neutral is positive and live is negative. But actually speaking, neutral is electrically neutral, it is 0 volt. Only we compare the magnitude of 0 volt at neutral with the magnitude of voltage at live. So when live is in negative half cycle, 0 volt magnitude of the voltage at neutral becomes positive. But electrically neutral is electrically neutral, and therefore current starts flowing in reverse direction. So here, when live is in negative half cycle, neutral becomes positive as compared to the magnitude of voltages, and therefore we say that this opposite two diodes D1 and D3 conducts and current will go to the negative part at the live. In this way, the direction of flow of current through the load will be the same, that is conversion of AC into DC. But again here, you try to observe, here again the second diagram of the rectifier, either use that diagram or this diagram. Here capacitor is used, but try to understand, this is the peak voltage and average value of DC voltage is always less than peak voltage. Average value of DC voltage is less than peak voltage, and if your peak voltage is only less, then average DC is less. Now you can say that I will use the regulated power supply. Doesn't matter if you, even though if you use the regulated power supply, the peak value, if it is less, if the peak value is less, average DC will be less, and even though it is a regulator, final output DC voltage will be less. So in this way here, the problem is where? The problem is about the diode. We know that a normal PN junction diode conducts after 0.7 volt during positive half cycle, and therefore up to 0.7 volt of the AC input voltage will not get rectified by using all these conventional rectifiers, half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier and bridge rectifier, and therefore we are going to study precision rectifier. So before studying the precision rectifier is designed by using operational amplifier IC. Therefore, in case of a precision rectifier, a very important concept of super diode is to be introduced, and that super diode is a PN junction diode followed by the op-amp. Therefore, here op-amp is very important. Normal PN junction diode is as it is, but op-amp is connected to the output of operation. PN junction diode is connected to the output of operation amplifier, and that combination after feedback is called super diode. Therefore, it is very important to study the op-amp. In super diode, try to understand. In super diode, op-amp is used initially as a comparator. Once again, I will repeat. In super diode, op-amp is used initially as a comparator, and thereafter the op-amp starts working as unity gain amplifier sometime, and sometime it doesn't work as a unity gain amplifier. That we are going to study step by step. So now we just understand that op-amp is important. So in super diode, op-amp is used just as a comparator. So what is a comparator? So basics of the op-amp, you know, operation amplifier is a triangle symbol having inverting pin marked by the minus sign, non-inverting pin marked by the plus sign. Dual power supply is applied to this op-amp plus VCC and minus VE and output. So whenever V inverting, voltage at inverting pin is greater than voltage at non-inverting pin, then output of the op-amp remains in minus VE. See, here is this output is LVL, below x-axis LVL. What is the voltage at inverting? 0.7 volt. What is voltage at non-inverting? Minus 6 volt. See here minus sign. So minus 6 volt is below 0, much more negative, and 0.7 is above 0, positive. So this voltage is greater. Therefore, output of op-amp is in LVL, low voltage level, that is LVL equal to minus V. So this is simple. Next, if opposite V inverting is less than V non-inverting. So very simple to remember. When V inverting voltage is greater than V non-inverting, output is in low voltage level, and when V non-inverting is greater than V inverting, output is in high voltage level. So that simple you understand. And now let us come to the super diode. What is super diode? So here read it. It is a diode. It is a diode followed by op-amp. It is a diode followed by op-amp such that cathode of the diode, see here, this is a diode, it is anode and it is a cathode, such that cathode of the diode is connected to inverting input, of op-amp. And this diagram, therefore it is said that diode followed by op-amp is called super diode, but the condition is cathode of the diode must connected back to the inverting input of the op-amp. And this is the circuit diagram of super diode. Now we want to study how does this diode along with op-amp works for converting AC input voltage of peak voltage or peak value less than 0.7 volt and convert that less than 0.7 volt peak voltage into DC. That is our point of interest. So here the super diode is very simple, a diode followed by op-amp. So it is a diode followed by op-amp such that cathode of the diode is connected back to the inverting input of the op-amp. And here always load resistor RL, we connect it here. In case of half rectifier, full wave rectifier, bridge rectifier, also we connected load resistor and we measure the voltage across load resistor. So here we are not connecting the capacitors to avoid the problem of not getting the pulsating DC. If we connect the capacitor, we don't get pulsating DC. So now let us proceed for this. So first of all, what we'll do, let us consider that before applying the input and power supply, P/S means power supply, to the circuit, the output is 0 volt as shown below. So let us consider that our super diode is this. What is a super diode? Super diode is nothing but a diode followed by the op-amp. Where cathode of the diode is connected back to the inverting terminal and non-inverting terminal is used to apply the input terminal. Where do we apply the sine wave? But initially now consider that we have not applied the supply, neither plus VCC 12 volt nor minus VA minus 12 volt. We have not applied any input voltage. We have just made the connection by taking one op-amp and by taking one diode. We connected the diode to the op-amp such that diode is at the output of the op-amp and cathode of the diode is connected to this. And under this condition, initially before applying the input and power supply to the op-amp circuit, let us consider that the output voltage is 0 volt. So this is our consideration. Now what we'll do, we'll turn on the power supply. Means here in the next diagram, here plus 12 volt come, here minus 12 volt would come, and we'll also apply the input sine wave. So sine wave goes in positive half cycle, sine wave goes in negative half cycle. So the moment as soon as you apply the input, remember now, look at the diagram again and again over here. Before turning on the power supply of the op-amp and before applying the input to the op-amp, we have considered output voltage is 0 volt. So this 0 volt is the output of here, and that is given to the inverting input. Means inverting input voltage is how much now? It is 0 volt. Now the moment as soon as you apply the input sine wave, it will start in positive half cycle. It will start in positive half cycle, and as I told you, op-amp used in super diode, in the beginning it works as a comparator. So it simply compares the voltages at non-inverting pin and inverting pin and generates the result accordingly. Now as soon as the input sine wave we apply, so I will go to that diagram and then you will understand. So here see, when power supply is applied to the op-amp and input sine wave is applied to the super diode, op-amp means to the super diode means combination of diode and op-amp. At that time, during positive half cycle of input signal applied at non-inverting input pin to the op-amp. So what we told, we apply the input over here. At that time, during positive half cycle of the input signal applied at non-inverting input terminal of the op-amp, because non-inverting is used to apply the input. Now, as soon as you apply the input will start increasing from 0 volt. Now, even though the input is just at, so as soon as the input started increasing, even though the input is just at 0.010 volt, 0.010 volt is equal to 10 millivolt, is equal to 10 millivolt, the op-amp compares to input and output of op-amp goes in HVL equal to plus VCC, and anode of the diode becomes positive and diode starts conducting. So now see here what happens. As soon as we apply the plus 12 volt power supply, minus 12 volt power supply to this diode and an input signal. So see what we said over here. As soon as you apply the plus 12 volt and minus 12 volt power supply to the op-amp and an input signal, the input signal starts increasing in the positive direction, because first of all positive half cycle will come, then negative. So when the input signal increases from 0 volt, it will start from 0 volt. When it is going just 0.01 volt, 0.01 volt means what? 0.01 volt means 10 millivolt. 0.01 volt is equal to 10 millivolt. So as soon as the input at non-inverting pin, positive pin, becomes 10 millivolt greater, this voltage was how much volt? 0 volt. So op-amp will compare this voltage and that voltage. Now voltage at inverting is 0 volt, which initially we considered. Voltage at non-inverting is 10 millivolt, and as soon as op-amp observe that voltage at positive terminal is greater, means 10 millivolt, and voltage at negative terminal is 0 volt, op-amp will force its output to the HVL. Op-amp will force its output to HVL, that is basic understanding of the op-amp. So here, even though the input is just at 0.01 volt is equal to 10 millivolt, the op-amp compares to input. Which two input? Input of inverting and non-inverting, it was 0 volt, and this is just increasing, means 10 millivolt. This voltage is greater than that, and the output of op-amp goes in HVL, that is plus VCC. HVL means plus VCC equal to plus 12 volt. And the moment as soon as output of op-amp goes to plus 12 volt, you know that we have connected diode at the output of the op-amp, that is the combination of op-amp and diode is called super diode. So this voltage plus 12 volt get applied to the anode of the diode. So here, and output of op-amp goes in HVL plus VCC, and anode of diode becomes positive. Anode of diode becomes positive and diode starts conducting. So conducting diode, see here, I have shown as a closed switch. Diode is equal to switch. So here there is a symbol of diode which is equivalent to closed switch, and that we have replaced over here. So now the moment as soon as this positive voltage at positive terminal becomes slightly greater than 0 volt, slightly greater means how much? Only 10 millivolt. Output of op amp goes to plus 12 volt and diode starts conducting, and conducting diode will behave as a closed switch. Now the moment as soon as the diode behaves closed switch, see here what happens. This entire circuit now is such that this output of the op amp is directly connected. Forward resistance of the PN junction diode is very less, is very less. Very less means in few ohm. So this point of the output of the op amp is directly connected to the inverting, and this circuit you are familiar. This circuit is called op amp as unity gain amplifier, means whatever input, that input will come to output. Now we just started from 10 millivolt, and after this, even though this input increases from 10 millivolt to 100 millivolt, 10 millivolt to 100 millivolt. 100 millivolt means zero point 0.1 volt. 0.1 volt is equal to 100 millivolt. So even though this input is 100 millivolt, the output will be again 100 millivolt because op amp started working as unity gain amplifier because of closed switch position of the diode. And in this way here, now you might have been understood how does the combination of op amp and diode works together, and even at 100 millivolt or 10 millivolt input, the output is again 10 millivolt. So input 10 millivolt, output 10 millivolt, because the 10 millivolt difference between two input of the op amp is more than sufficient to force the output of op amp into the plus VSAT or into the HVL or into the plus VCC, and therefore diode starts conducting, and this all things happen within a fraction of second. Sine wave will start from 0 volt and go to 10 millivolt within a fraction of second. Power supply is applied to the op amp. As soon as this voltage is greater than that voltage just by 10 millivolt, output of the op amp will be go to plus 12 volt, that is plus VCC, that is HVL, and diode starts behaving as a closed switch, and entire circuit will start behaving as a unity gain amplifier. Therefore here after 10 millivolt, even though input is 100 millivolt, output is again 100 millivolt. Input 200 millivolt, output 200 millivolt. Input 300 millivolt, output 300 millivolt. And like that, all voltages starting from almost 10 millivolt, you can say that, will get converted into a positive half cycle. And therefore it is said that the diode and op amp work as super diode, and voltages below 0.7 volt also going to be converted into DC voltage. So it is very simple, but the credit goes to op amp. Normal diode will conduct only after 0.7 volt only. Op amp forces its output to HVL. Therefore diode started conducting and behaving as a closed switch. Therefore the moment as soon as output of op amp goes to HVL, the diode close switch and the entire circuit start working as a unity gain amplifier. So it is so simple. So here not necessary to show the symbol of diode and then close switch and replace the diode by a close switch. You can directly show the diode as a close switch. So here I have given for your understanding. So here this diagram is also the same. Now you might have been understood that during positive half cycle, when the positive half cycle crosses the voltage above 0 just by 10 millivolt, this voltage becomes greater than that 0 volt initially, and op amp's output forces to HVL, diode behaves closed switch. This entire circuit works as unity gain amplifier. The conducting diode is replaced by a closed switch. Therefore, the circuit starts working as a unity gain amplifier. V out is equal to Vn, and even the input is just 0.010 volt is equal to 10 millivolt. The output of op amp is also 10 millivolt. In this way, PN junction diode starts conducting even at 10 millivolt, and positive half cycle below 0.7 volt also gets rectified, and positive half cycle below 0.7 volt. 0.7 volt means 700 millivolt. Actually diode started conducting at 10 millivolt only, and that credit goes to op amp. Output of op amp is immediately going in HVL and pushes the PN junction diode to conduct, or forces the PN junction diode to conduct. As soon as PN junction diode conducts, it behaves as a closed switch, and entire circuit start working as unity gain amplifier. And therefore here you say that the PN junction diode starts conducting even at 10 millivolt. Even at 10 millivolt, because this PN junction diode is followed by op-amp. This PN junction diode is followed by op-amp. Normal PN junction diode, if you take, it will not conduct. So now that circuit diagram is shown somewhat like that. Unity gain amplifier. So here output is directly connected to the inverting terminal, and non-inverting terminal is used to apply the input. Whatever the input, that will come to the output. But here this unity gain amplifier, here diode is not shown, so students get confused. Therefore we don't use this. Here if input is 100 millivolt, output is 100 millivolt. If input is 10 millivolt, output is 10 millivolt, no doubt. But here in this case, even negative half cycle, if you don't show the diode over here, even negative half cycle will also come, because entire positive half cycle will go as a positive and negative will go as a negative. So don't look, be aware that here there is a diode. Here there is a diode which is behaving as a closed switch, that is short wire. So it is better to draw a switch and show this closed switch and show that diode is equal to closed switch. So this is better. So now let us proceed next. In above diagram, if input signal Vp is 0.1 volt, that is what I told you, 0.1 volt equal to 100 millivolt, the rectified output will also have a Vp is equal to 0.1 volt equal to 100 millivolt, because diode already started conducting at 10 millivolt only. And input signal below 0.7 volt also gets rectified, because as soon as diode starts conducting at 0.01 volt, means 10 millivolt, the circuit started working as unity gain amplifier, that is V out equal to V in. And therefore normally always you show there is a diode and a switch. So this is better, because we understand that there was a diode which is now behaving as a closed switch. Why? Because initially when this is 10 millivolt, this was 0 volt, and op-amp used as a comparator, and output of op-amp goes in HVL, that forces this diode into conduction, and forward resistance of diode is very less, that's why it is closed switch, and this circuit is working as a unity gain amplifier. Now let us try to understand what will happen in the negative half cycle. During positive half cycle, you can understand that this voltage is greater than that. Therefore, it is output is in, initially after 10 millivolt output will be in HVL, but thereafter as diode behaves as a closed switch, this output and this input are following each other. So unity gain amplifier. So now let us go here. During negative half cycle, circuit does not work as unity gain amplifier due to open switch position of diode. This is very important, that's why I have written in the red color. During negative half cycle, circuit does not work as unity gain amplifier due to open switch position of diode, because you will understand now, during negative half cycle diode will behave open switch. Now how to understand that, let us see here. Entire positive half cycle is over. At the end of the positive half cycle, you can understand the voltage is decreasing from Vp. Suppose Vp is 1 volt. From 1 volt it is decreasing, coming to 0.9, 0.8, 0.7, like that it will come to 0 volt. Now at the end of the positive half cycle, the voltage will become 0 volt. So when this is 0 volt, this output is also 0 volt. Because this is working as a unity gain amplifier. But now what happens here? As soon as your negative half cycle starts, at 0 volt at the end of the positive half cycle, when the voltage is 0 volt, at the end of the positive half cycle, when the voltage is 0 volt, this is also 0, and that voltage is also 0, because that is a directly op-amp's output is connected over here. But the moment as soon as negative half cycle starts, and say negative half cycle is increasing in negative direction, and suppose it is going as a, again same example, minus 0.01 volt. Minus 0.01 volt means minus 10 millivolt. So when negative half cycle starts and voltage at the beginning of the negative half cycle becomes minus 10 millivolt, so you compare now. This positive terminal means non-inverting terminal of the op-amp is at minus 10 millivolt. minus 10 millivolt, and this was at what volt? 0 volt. Now as soon as this is op amp compares these two voltage, just minus 10 millivolt, just below x-axis, minus 10 millivolt, and this was at 0 volt. So as soon as op amp compares these two voltages, op amp observes that the voltage at inverting input terminal, that is minus, is 0, and 0 is positive as compared to all negative values, and 0 is positive as compared to all negative values. Even though it is a minus 10 millivolt, 0 is positive, and therefore op amp will force its output to LVL, low voltage level. Therefore op amp forces its output to low voltage level, and that is why what here it is explained. During negative half cycle, circuit does not work as a unity gain amplifier due to open switch position of the diode. Now here see, at the end of the positive half cycle, the voltage at output of op amp as well as at the inverting input of op amp becomes zero. And when negative half cycle starts, so I told you that at the end of the positive half cycle, here this is 0 and that is also 0. So that is what at the end of the positive half cycle. So here at the end of the positive half cycle, the voltage at op amp, at the output of op amp as well as at the inverting input pin becomes 0. And when negative half cycle starts and voltage at input becomes minus 0.01 volt equal to minus 10 millivolts, see minus sign. At that time, op amp compares to input and output of op amp becomes LVL equal to minus VEE. Op amp compares to input. Which input? Minus 10 millivolt it will compare with 0 volt. So 0 becomes positive. Inverting voltage is greater than non-inverting voltage. Therefore, op amp forces its output to LVL, low voltage level, that is minus 12 volt. And as soon as op amp's output is minus 12 volt, output is connected to the anode of the diode. And therefore anode of the diode becomes negative, that is minus, and diode will not conduct. Therefore anode of the diode also becomes LVL, that is negative. Everything is given here. Therefore the anode of the diode also becomes LVL because output of op amp is connected to anode of the diode, that is negative, and diode will not conduct. So in this way, as soon as negative half cycle starts, in this diagram, diode will not conduct and diode will behave as a open switch. So here it is said that during negative half cycle of input signal, diode does not starts conducting or does not conduct and behaves as an open switch. Therefore negative half cycle is not rectified, because as soon as the diode behaves as open switch, you can see that here the negative half cycle starts, diode behaves as open switch. So when the switch is open, no current flows through RL, and when the no current is flowing through the RL, V is equal to I into R. R is whatever value, I is 0. Therefore here see negative half cycles voltage, when negative half cycle is going, here the voltage is 0 volt. And in this way, now look at the diagram. Now op amp is not working as unity gain amplifier. So in this way here, in this case, op amp will work as unity gain amplifier only during positive half cycle. During negative half cycle, it will not work as unity gain amplifier because diode behaves as open switch. You can read the things again and again, and this is one very beautiful diagram I have given. Same concepts are there. IC LM741 op amp, diode is there, and diode followed by op amp means output of op amp is connected to the diode, cathode of the diode is connected to the inverting input pin, load resistor is there, positive half, negative half, positive half, negative half is applied, but at the output you will get only positive half cycle. But remember, the positive half cycle which is coming over here is of even 10 millivolt, Forget about 100 millivolt, it will be 100% there. So voltage at the output of the peak voltage, if you apply the peak voltage of the sine wave as a 0.7 volt, you will get here 0.7 volt peak voltage. That is important. That is why the super diode is used. In case of normal PN junction diode, it will start conducting after 0.7. But here at 10 millivolt only, the entire circuit started conducting during positive half cycle. During negative half cycle, it will not conduct, and therefore there is no voltage during negative half cycle, and that is why it is called precision half wave rectifier. Precision half wave rectifier. So it is very simple and very, you can say that interesting. Also, the role of op-amp is very important. It is using as a comparator. It is used as a comparator. So it compares the two values and immediately forces its output to go to LVL or to go to HVL. During positive half cycle, the instant at which the input signal goes just below about 10 millivolt, the output will go in HVL, and diode will start as a conducting, and entire circuit will behave as a unity gain amplifier. And therefore, the input of 10 millivolt will also pass to the output, because unity gain amplifier means V out is equal to V in. And thereafter, no doubt, once it start working as a unity gain amplifier at 10 millivolt, at 100 millivolt it will also work, at 200 millivolt, 500 millivolt. So above, yes, 10 millivolt it will work as a unity gain amplifier, and therefore it is said that a super diode is very important, and it is playing a role in converting entire positive half cycle below 0.7 volt. That is important. Entire positive half cycle below 0.7 volt into a positive half cycle at the output of rectifier circuit, into a positive half cycle at the output of rectifier circuit. And super diode does not allow us to go the negative half cycle at the output, because it is a precision half wave rectifier. It is a precision half wave rectifier fabricated by using super diode. Fabricated by using super diode. So I hope you understood this. Now, within a short time, we'll go to the another logic that is also very important and simple. You can say that. Suppose here, if I don't apply the input at non-inverting pin, if I don't apply the input at non-inverting means positive pin, if I apply the input at inverting pin here only, and this pin if I ground, pin number 3 is ground. So here unity gain amplifier, you always remember, in unity gain amplifier output of op-amp is directly connected to inverting pin, and non-inverting pin the input is applied. Now here we have used the super diode, you have used the diode, and cathode of the diode is connected over here. So whenever we apply the input at inverting pin, non-inverting pin is grounded. Non-inverting pin is grounded. So now let us go to that diagram. So here, if the input signal, that is sine wave, is applied to the inverting terminal, that is minus of op-amp, and non-inverting terminal of op-amp is grounded as shown below, because whenever non-inverting positive pin is not used, it is grounded. Now here a little bit diagram is different, so here you can understand easily. So here first of all I will show you the diagram. So here the diagram, see, inverting input of the op-amp and non-inverting input of the op-amp. What we are doing, output of the op-amp is connected to the diode, anode of the diode, cathode of the diode is connected back to the inverting input, and we are applying sine wave. Now where you see here, we are applying sine wave to inverting input. We are not using non-inverting, so it is connected to ground, and same RL is there. So this is the another logic. But here try to understand, the non-inverting pin, that is positive pin, is always connected to ground, means 0 volt. And whenever we compare the voltage, don't forget that this voltage is 0 volt. This voltage is 0 volt. So in this way, now let us start here this understanding. So if you do like this, and suppose sine wave is applied at inverting pin. Suppose sine wave is applied at inverting pin, means now op-amp is used in inverting configuration. Inverting configuration means what? Means when the voltage at inverting pin is in positive direction, the output of op-amp will be in negative direction. Op-amp is used in inverting configuration means what? Whenever the voltage at inverting pin is in positive half cycle or positive, the output of op-amp will be negative, and vice versa. Whenever voltage at inverting is in negative, the output of op-amp will be in positive. So that is very important to note here, because we are applying the input at inverting terminal of the op-amp. Non-inverting input terminal is not used, connected to the ground. Therefore, op-amp is used in inverting configuration, and relationship between output and input of the op-amp in inverting configuration or mode is exactly opposite to each other. Whenever inverting voltage is positive, output will be negative, and whenever inverting voltage is negative, output is positive. So try to understand now. It is very simple. So here, when positive half cycle is going, when positive half cycle, see we have mark here this, when positive half cycle is going, voltage at inverting input pin increases. Voltage at inverting input pin increases. And again, let us consider same. As soon as positive half cycle starts, it starts from 0 volt. It will go to the 0.01 volt, means 10 millivolt. It will go to the 0.01 volt, means 10 millivolt. As soon as this input goes to 0.01 volt, that is 10 millivolt, voltage at the inverting input of the op amp will immediately compare these two values. Op amp observes that the voltage at inverting is 0.01 volt, that is 10 millivolt, of course plus 10 millivolt because we are talking about positive half cycle, and voltage at non-inverting is 0. Voltage at non-inverting is 0. Therefore, which voltage is greater? Voltage at inverting pin is greater. Doesn't matter, it is by 10 millivolt only greater than 0 volt, but it is greater than 0 volt. Therefore, output of op amp will go in LVL, low voltage level. Output of op amp will go in LVL, that is low voltage level. And output of op amp, when it goes in LVL, anode of the diode is LVL, that is minus, and it behaves as open switch. Therefore, the moment as soon as the positive half cycle goes to 10 millivolt, the entire circuit behaves like this, where diode is behaving as open switch. And therefore, it is said that when diode is open switch, same application, current will not flow through RL and voltage will be 0 volt. Voltage will be 0 volt. In this way, entire during positive half cycle, the diode will not conduct at all only, because entire during positive half cycle, after 10 millivolt only, the output of op amp is in LVL, low voltage level, and it is very simple. And this is everything given over here in writing. See here. Here, during positive half cycle of input applied at inverting input of op amp. Here, during positive half cycle of input applied at inverting input of op amp, when input is just at 0.01 volt, that is 10 millivolt, op amp compares both input. Op amp compares both input. Both means which? Both means these two. Another input non-inverting is grounded only, that is 0 volt. As soon as the input signal of the positive half cycle crosses just 10 millivolt or goes to just 10 millivolt, op amp compares both input. Another input is at 0 only, because you connected non-inverting pin to the ground, that is not used. So here op amp compares both input, and output of op amp is LVL, is in LVL, that is equal to minus VE. And diode does not conduct during positive half cycle of input signal, and output voltage is 0 volt as shown below. And diode does not conduct during positive half cycle of input signal, and output voltage is 0 volt as shown below. Why diode does not conduct? Because as soon as inverting voltage becomes 10 millivolt, non-inverting is 0 volt, op amp compares this, output op amp goes in LVL, that is negative, minus 12, and diode's anode is minus 12, and it behaves as open switch. So simple it is. Therefore, during positive half cycle, no current flows through the RL, and it will not appear at the output. Now you can understand on your own about negative half cycle. About negative half cycle, you can understand on your own, because it is very simple. Apply the logic now and let us see. See, the logic is very simple. At the end of the positive half cycle, at this point the voltage is 0 volt. At this point the voltage is 0 volt. Now, at the end of the positive half cycle, when at this point is 0 volt, that voltage, that sine wave where you are applying to inverting. So inverting voltage at the end of the positive half cycle will be 0 volt. What about non-inverting? It is permanently 0. So op amp will compare both these voltages, 0 volt and 0 volt. So output of op amp will be 0 volt. Output of op amp will be 0 volt. But now see here, when negative half cycle starts, and when negative half cycle will start after completing positive half cycle, then only negative half cycle will start. When negative half cycle starts, the voltage goes in negative. The voltage goes in negative, and again consider the same example. Suppose voltage goes below 0 in negative, and suppose it is minus 10 millivolt. Suppose it is minus 10 millivolt. Minus 10 millivolt means 0.01 volt. Minus 0.01 volt. Sorry. Minus 10 millivolt means minus 0.01 volt. And when the input sine wave starts in negative half cycle, and when the voltage at the negative half cycle is minus 10 millivolt, this sine wave is applied to inverting terminal. This sine wave is applied to inverting terminal. So voltage at inverting terminal is minus 10 millivolt. Voltage at non-inverting is 0 volt. Voltage at non-inverting is 0 volt. Now you compare minus value and 0 volt. So 0 volt will be positive as compared to minus 10 millivolt. 0 volt will be positive as compared to minus 10 millivolt, because minus 10 millivolt is a negative value and 0 becomes positive. Therefore, now as soon as sine wave's negative half cycle starts and goes to minus 10 millivolt, you will observe that voltage at non-inverting pin, means positive, becomes greater than voltage at inverting pin. Voltage at non-inverting pin becomes positive, that 0 volt becomes positive than voltage at inverting pin. Therefore, op-amp's output, op-amp will compare these two values and observe that voltage at non-inverting pin is greater. Therefore, op-amp's output will go in high voltage level HVL, that is equal to plus VCC, and immediately the diode will start conducting. During negative half cycle, immediately the diode will start conducting as soon as negative half cycle's voltage goes in minus 10 millivolt. Getting? It's very simple now. And as soon as diode starts conducting, it will behave closed switch, and entire negative half cycle, and during entire negative half cycle, if it is at minus 10 millivolt, the output is positive. At minus 100 millivolt, so this voltage is minus 100 millivolt, and this is 0. So 0 is much more positive as compared to minus 100 millivolt. Minus 100 millivolt is very much negative. When you go again increasing the voltage in negative direction, say minus 200 millivolt, minus 500 millivolt, minus 1 volt. So minus 1 volt, suppose you is your peak. So voltage at inverting is minus 1 volt. Voltage at non-inverting is 0. So 0 is much more positive as compared to minus 1 volt. Minus 1 means below 0. So here, for entire negative half cycle, the voltage at non-inverting remains positive, and therefore output of op-amp is forced into high voltage level. Diode starts conducting and current flows through this, and therefore it is said that this negative half cycle will come to the output. But remember, here there is one thing to be remembered. Negative half cycle will come to the output as a positive half cycle. Why? Because our op-amp is used in inverting configuration. When inverting voltage at inverting is minus, the output is plus, and voltage at inverting is plus, the output is minus. But during positive half cycle, diode doesn't conduct only, that's why we got 0. So don't forget that now during negative half cycle, when diode conducts, because voltage at non-inverting pin is all the time 0 volt is greater as compared to all negative values of the negative half cycle at inverting, the output of op-amp is in HVL. The output of op-amp is in HVL, and diode starts conducting, and that negative half cycle will appear as a positive half cycle. This whatever I explain you, it is very clearly given over here. When negative half cycle starts and voltage at input becomes minus 0.01 volt equal to minus 10 millivolt, at that time operational amplifier compares two input, which two input minus 10 millivolt at inverting and 0 volt at non-inverting, and output of op-amp becomes HVL into bracket 0 volt or 0 at Ni non-inverting becomes positive. 0 at Ni non-inverting becomes positive as compared to minus 10 millivolt. Therefore, the anode of the diode also becomes HVL equal to plus VCC equal to plus 12 volt, that is positive, and diode will start conducting as shown below. So whatever I explain, it is written over here. You can stop the slide and read it again. In the diagram shown below, during negative half cycle of input signal applied at inverting pin of the op-amp, means minus negative pin of the op-amp, diode conducts, but operational amplifier is not working as a unity gain amplifier. Operational amplifier is not working as unity gain amplifier because we applied the input to the inverting. In unity gain amplifier, input is applied to non-inverting and output is fed back to the inverting. So I hope you understood that. So here, but op-amp is not working as a unity gain amplifier, and negative half cycle appears as a positive half cycle at the output of op-amp as shown below, because op-amp is used in inverting configuration mode. And see here, this negative half cycle will appear at the output as a positive half cycle. But remember, for positive half cycle, the diode was not conducting and current is 0. For positive half cycle, the diode was not conducting and current flowing through the RL was 0. So don't show this negative half cycle starting from 0 only as a positive half cycle. That will give a wrong diagram. That will go to a wrong diagram. Negative half cycle will come as a positive half cycle without changing its position or location. Positive half cycle will not come only because diode is not conducting and 0 volt. And in this way, the diagram is also very simple, and that diagram during negative half cycle, when output of op amp is forced in HVL, diode behaves as closed switch. So this is shown over here. So diode is behaving as a closed switch, and entire negative half cycle will come to the output but as a positive half cycle, because again I am telling you here op amp is used as inverting configuration. When here voltage is minus at inverting, output voltage will be plus. Now here output voltage is plus and it is coming to the output because diode is behaving as a closed switch. During positive half cycle, output will be LVL, diode will not conduct, it will behave as an open switch, therefore output voltage will be 0 volt. And this circuit, we are using in precision full wave rectifier. With four equal resistors, designed by using op amp. So that we'll see in the next lecture, precision full wave rectifier. And I hope you understood this. From this diagram, once again you come to conclusion that this op amp in which diode is behaving as a closed switch, of course during negative half cycle, and negative half cycle will come as a positive half cycle. During positive half cycle, already we studied it is behaving as open switch. Now in this diagram, as input is applied to inverting terminal, this is not a unity gain amplifier. In unity gain amplifier, always output is directly connected back to inverting and input is applied at non-inverting. So this you remember. Thank you very much for watching the video, and once again thanks for all. Thank you.